Okay, this may not look like a lot to you guys, but to me, it is amazing. After 4 years of begging this man, I'm getting ARB awning.
I was too tight. I didn't want to turn loose the money.
But with all of our trips being canceled, I'm getting an ARB awning.
We got camping money, so we're going to spend it on the camper.
Here we go.
So right now I just got this all clamped together here. I've been noodling it and trying to figure out how I want to mount the awning and everything. The challenge becomes that you want to be able to have enough headroom when you're walking in the awning itself that you're not dragging, but then also I still want to be able to get this in the garage without taking it off. So anyway, the idea I came up with, and I know this is overkill, but I've got this 2x3 channel that I purchased here at a local metal shop. I also seen that you could get it on Amazon, but it was like 50 bucks on Amazon. I went down to a DIY ornamental iron place here in town, and they had just what I needed here. It's a 3-inch by 2-inch tubular steel, and man, were they very helpful down there to me. So I picked this up for 20 bucks. So what I've been looking at here is whether or not, I think if you don't have a welder and you don't want to weld it, you could drill these out and put bolts in there. I've been thinking a lot about this. I think what I'm going to do is weld it. So what I've done is I went ahead and I've got this all laid out down with clamps. I went ahead and took a square and I made sure that everything is square and measured up. So I'm ready to go with this thing. Let's get started. Let me take a minute and get you up to date on what I'm doing here. So as you've seen, I got this all put on here with C-clamps. I aligned it and made sure that it was perfect. I made sure that the brackets were square. Went ahead and welded it. After welding, what I've done is, so let me just be honest with you, I'm afraid that rust is going to form on this channel and drip on rusty water on my camper. So I'm making sure that everything I do, I'm going to seal this off. You're going to see here coming up that I'm going to paint this with a oil-based Rust-Oleum inside and out. But what I want to do is just go over this area where I welded and that, and I had some epoxy here in the garage, so I went ahead and just epoxied that and sealed that off really good. And so I'm probably going to let this set up overnight, sand it, and then we'll start the painting tomorrow. But and I'm about running out of daylight this evening working on this project after work, so I'm pretty happy with the way I've got going on here so far, and we'll see you in the morning. I had this Rust-Oleum paint here. It's an oil-based paint, and I've used this before on frames of my camper and that, and it's worked really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour I've got the other end sealed off, and I'm going to just take this and pour this in. I'm going to pour a healthy amount of this into this tube, and then we're going to seal off this end. And I'm going to spend probably the next half hour just flipping this over and making sure it covers the inside of this. I'm hoping to coat it the best I can. So we're going to seal this up, and we're going to set this up on these sawhorses and see how my plan comes together. You'll be able to witness it firsthand here if I fail or if I actually am successful. So let's see how it goes. All right, this is my plan. It's going to take a little while, but I'm going to let this just set in here. and every few, maybe every 15 minutes or so, I'm going to come out here and just turn the position of this thing and see if I can get all sides coated. When we're done, I'll shine a flashlight down in there and see if I got everything. I may have to play with going up and down and doing some things like that, but you know, doing this is better than nothing, so let's see how it goes. I'm really happy with the way this is turning out on the inside here. So as you've seen, I poured about 25% of that can into this tube, taped up both ends with Gorilla Tape, and I've just been coming out here just flipping it every 15 minutes or so. And I just took the tape off of both ends, and man, I can see on the inside it's doing really well. It's coating it. So I'm coming down to the end here. I'm gonna flip this another time because it's getting close to running out, but I just keep turning it. And then another thing I've been doing is I got one end higher than the other, so I just been turning it around and letting it go. So as you can see, I got some paint running out here, but I'm pretty happy with the way it's turned out. So good plan coming together. I'm ready for it to start drying up on the inside and everything. So we're gonna let this go and we're gonna see how it turns out. The inside completely coated, and if the paint's on the inside drying, what I'm going to do is start preparing the surface here on the outside for some paint. I've already went over this with a solvent, because some of this metal sometimes has just an oil coating that manufacturing process puts on it. So I've already cleaned the oil off of the solvent. I'm going to get the sand this down smooth. I got a little bit of welding splatter on here I'm going to fix, and then we're going to be ready to paint. So here we go. Hey, what do you think? How do you think it turned out? I just got it setting up here, and I've got one set of straps on this side of it. What I've done was I went to Lowe's and I got these knobs that I could put on here to strap this down so that I don't have to use tools. Now, they did not have enough of these, so on the back side, I'm just going to have to use nuts right now, but I'm going to order some more knobs. I'm 2 knobs short, but for right now, I'm going to do that. So, yeah, I think it turned out pretty good here. And so the way I've got this designed is now I can put on this side, on the passenger side, or I can put this awning on the driver's side, either way, and adjust it, because I feel like there's going to be times where we want to move this back and forth. Mainly, we would put it on the other side of the camper, most likely when our grandkids are camping with us. When we're road tripping and that, we'll put it on this side of the camper. So I've made it where it's very easy to do. I'm going to go ahead and put the backside strap on here, and I don't know, maybe I'll get a chance here to put the awning on and we'll see how it looks. I would say that installing this, when we put up the awning here, is probably a 2-person job. Unfortunately, I'm here by myself today, so I'm going to have to make this a 1-person job, because when Nancy comes home, I want her to be surprised at this, that I've got this done, and that. So I'm going to struggle with this a little bit, but we're going to get it done because it's all about the surprise, and I want her to be happy when she gets home and sees this. So don't make fun of me too bad as I wrestle this up there. So I want to show you this. So they've got these slots here in this aluminum channel where you can put these stainless steel screws up from the bottom. And so I put 3 on each side because we have 3 brackets. And so I've gone ahead and basically preloaded them in here so that when we get the awning up there, I don't have to mess with getting them in. One of the things I noticed is they give you stainless steel screws and the stainless steel nut to go on there, but no stainless steel washer. So if you install this and you get the kit, I would make sure that you have some washers. I don't have any right now, so I'm gonna have to take this back off eventually and put a stainless steel washer on there. All right, here we go. We're gonna wrestle this thing up here. I would definitely call that a 2-person job. Well, yeah, I was able to get it done with 1 person. So one of the things I noticed when I was putting this up there is that the stainless steel slide bolts that they gave me, there was only 6 in the package, and I really needed 9 of them. So I don't know, I have to maybe get a hold of ARB and see if they'll send me the other ones, but definitely shorted me 3 on this package. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this up here. I want to wait until Nancy comes home. We're going to take this and check it and make sure that she's happy with it. But hey, that looks pretty good to me. I don't know if she wants it on this side of the camper or the other side, so just put it up there for right now. So I'm going to hit pause right now, and I'll get back to you in just a second when she gets home. Okay, that wasn't bad. I think we're at 3.5 minutes to get that awning set up.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
What'd you think?
I'm liking it so far. Let's put the tent up now.
So we've got a screen room tent. We won't always use that tent, but when our grandkids are with us, we want a nice place for them to sleep. So,
or it's cold.
Here we go. We're gonna add the tent to it.
This is what I've been waiting 4 years for, and I love it. You got to come in inside and look. We've got the screens up right now, or the sides up, so that it is a screen tent. And there's also this little doodad that hangs and you could put stuff in it. I love it. Come look. Okay, you have to look. So we've set this up in our front yard. The postman just went by and gave Herky a treat, so of course he brought it in here to eat it. What are you gonna do? Anyway, look. Here's my little pocket thing, and I have it upside down. Anyway, so we'll set the kitchen up here, and we have a rug coming tomorrow. I think we're golden. I love this. So yes, we know that there's a gap here. Some friends of ours, Peg and Greg, already have one, and she's figured that all out, so we're gonna pick her brain on how to do this. But this will zip up, and then we'll have something here so the door can open, and we can air condition this or heat this, whatever we want. There you go.
Just in time. So we're back here setting up, just finishing up this video, and the postman came with my Amazon package. Look here, I got these little plugs that go into the tubular steel there to seal that off. I know I'd spoke about that before. So that finishes the job off. Not gonna put it in right now, but I just want to show you that we've got these nice little plastic plugs. Got them from Prescott Plastic, and they make all kinds of different plugs that you can order on Amazon. So there you go, there's a tip. That is going to finish that off and make it look really good.